Hey guys, it's Mackenzie and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a really good day. Today I am doing a countryside cottage build. I built this little cottage in the middle of the countryside in Windeburg. I think it's for two parents, a kid and a toddler. And the kind of idea I had behind this house was that one of the parents, their grandparents, had left them this little cottage. So that's why it's kind of like a super classic kind of looking cottage for like a young family. But I thought that they just recently like moved in here. They were recently given this cottage and they're just kind of like slowly fixing it up kind of thing. So right now it's a 3-bed, 2-bath house, so you can, if you wanted more kids, they can just share rooms, even though the rooms, like the kids' rooms, are kind of really small, but, I mean, you could fit at least 2 beds in both of them, I would think. I really like the landscaping and the surroundings of this house. I think Windenburg is just so beautiful. It's my favorite world ever. It's so nice. Everything is just so cute, and it's just one of my favorite styles of houses. And yeah, there's just not enough good things I can say about Windenburg. I love it so much. But here we're just trying to pick out a door. It took me forever. Again, everything always takes me forever to pick out stuff. But yeah, I went with this one in the end. So this house, I took inspiration from a picture I found on Pinterest, which I do a lot. I got the idea from Simlessy because I used to think that I absolutely sucked at building, and then I started watching builders on YouTube, obviously, and I just like thought of all the stuff that I could do to make my building better. And I realized as soon as I started looking at reference pictures, like at first I was copying the house like exactly to the picture because it was just easier for me to like learn how to build and stuff that way, but now I just look at a picture and I take inspiration from it. So like the house that I took inspiration from, it doesn't look exactly like this house, but like the overall like shape and stuff, I take inspiration from that. So yeah, but I got that idea from Simlessy, and if you don't watch her, I think you should. She's amazing. But yeah, so now I'm just getting the landscaping all started here. I really like how there's like a little dirt path up to the lot, but I wish that it went all the way up to the lot and it didn't stop, and then there's like grass and then like the lot. I wish that the dirt path like went closer to the lot so it didn't look so weird, like there was just this random patch of green in between the two paths, but I think I blended it in okay. Hopefully it looks good. But yeah, so it took me a while to get all the terrain paint and everything done, but other than that, the landscaping came together pretty easily. In one of my past videos, I talked about how much me and landscaping have a love-hate relationship, but on this one, it's one of those things where it looks 10 times better with all the landscaping that I did, so I guess in the long run, I can suck up having to spend like 20 to 30 minutes on landscaping for it to look better. And I'm sorry, one of my neighbors is mowing their lawn, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. I'm not sure if you can or not. I use my phone to record voiceovers because I don't have a proper microphone set up yet. So I'm not actually sure how great the quality is or what it picks up. So I'm sorry if my quality of audio just sucks right now. I'm working on getting a new mic, hopefully sooner than later. But here, yeah, I went into the debug catalog to find a lot of the like bushes and plants that I used. I really like those ones that kind of like climb up the windows. I thought they look really cute. And I do put some like ivy climbing up the house because I thought that it would have been like a really, really old house. Like it would have been in this countryside for like generations upon generations. Like it's been here forever. And Obviously it's very well taken care of, but you know, it's just been here forever. Like, so yeah, because that's what I think of Windenburg. When I think of Windenburg, it's just this really old town with a lot of history, and it's just so beautiful. I love Windenburg. If you didn't know, if you haven't watched any other of my videos, I'm super into history. I don't know if I've talked about this before actually, but I'm going back to school for a history major. So yeah, I'm super into history. So this is one of the reasons why Windenburg is like one of my favorites, because it just reminds me of like Europe and European history and stuff like that. So it's just my favorite aesthetic in the world. But yeah, I'm a super history geek. So yes, that's a fun fact about me if you didn't know that already. But some more landscaping. I was looking around to make sure that it like, you know, fit in with the landscaping around it. I wanted it to look really like it belonged there, and it's, like I said, has been there for years and years and years and generations. But yeah, now you can see I'm just adding the ivy around, making it so it looks like, you know, these plants have just been growing on it forever. But yeah, that's pretty much like the outside of the build summarized. Just placing some windows now. I went with these pretty classic shuttered windows, just because that's what the picture I was looking at had. And that little like top dormer, it had that on the picture I was looking at, but like after I finished the whole house, I just kind of realized that it wasn't looking so great. So I end up just deleting it, and it looks pretty much the same. It looks better in my opinion without it. So yeah, the end product doesn't have that, but I don't delete it till after I finish the interior and stuff. But here I'm starting on the interior and the floor plan. So the stairs are kind of like in this entry room thing, and then there's the master bedroom, 2 kids' bedrooms, an upstairs bathroom and a downstairs bathroom, and then the kitchen and dining room on the other side of the house. But yeah, I really like also how like the bedrooms kind of have these like weird funky shapes to them. I thought that was kind of like realistic in like an old farmhouse. And it's all very closed off. Like every room is separated by at least an archway, because I thought that would be realistic in an old house also. I didn't put a fireplace in, which I really should have, because that would be realistic for an old farmhouse too, but I didn't put that in. Wonder what I was thinking. But I put this like old, really classic wallpaper throughout the bottom floor, and I used a different kind of wallpaper on the top, but it's still really like old looking and classic. But I'm starting out with the dining room right now, and it's not very big, so I just fit in 4 chairs, but I thought that was perfect because it's just 2 parents and the kids. Well, they actually have a toddler, which, I forgot to put a high chair or a potty in here now that I'm thinking about it, so sorry about that. You'll have to add that. I also didn't put laundry in, which is also not like me, because I like my Sims having to do chores because it just seems so realistic. But I was gonna maybe put it in the downstairs bathroom, but then I thought it would be too cramped, so I didn't. But it's just because I didn't have a great space for it. But I'm sure if you wanted to, you could shuffle stuff around in one of the bathrooms and make it fit. But here, yeah, I go with that chandelier, and then I just put some paintings around. Because like I said, I thought that they would have like just moved in here, and it was like either the mom or their dad's, like their grandparents had this in the family for like generations, and it got passed down to them. So yeah, I wanted it to feel like it's old, but it's not original. Like this tile is super old, but it's not like the original like 18th century tile that was in the first house, like when it was first built, because I think that this house is that old, but it's been kind of like upgraded throughout the years. Not for a while, but I feel like this family, like they just moved in right now, and they're gonna update it and everything like over the years that they live here and stuff. But yeah, I like these counters from I think they're from Vampires, but I really like them. They seem to just have like a classic look to them without it being too like vampire-y. I don't know. I just really like the top on them. And I went for the Jungle Adventure fridge and stove just because I thought they kind of had like a classic look, but they look like they've been updated semi-recently. And yeah, I of course put a smoke alarm in because firefighters. When I play tested this house, no one caught the house on fire, but I was just like, man, if another sim of mine catches the house on fire and then the firefighters come and don't do anything, I'm gonna be so angry. And then I was watching James Turner. He, like, one of his Rags to Riches, like the newest one that he's doing, he just put a video out, and his sim was at work and the house caught on fire. And then when he got back home, like, the firefighters came and then again did the same thing as they did to mine. Like, went outside and started freaking out about like they do with the fire instead of actually putting it out and like just standing around. And he was like yelling at them too. I'm like, that's exactly how I felt. So I'm glad to know it's not just me. It happens to everyone. But yeah, I just thought it was really funny because I'm like, hey, that happened to me too. These firefighters don't do their job. But yeah, no, I'm just working on the entryway. So I decided to just close this off a bit more because I thought that was realistic. Something that you'll come to learn about me is that not so much in apartments or tiny homes, but in like regular suburban or any other kind of home, it needs to have a semi-closed off entry for me. In every single house that I've lived in, we've had like some sort of like entryway like separated from the rest of the house. And when I just walk into like straight into the couch or straight into like the dining room, living room, whatever, I think it's just so like, whoa, like this is so crazy. Like I hate the feeling of being like sitting on your couch and your front door is like right there. Like there's no separation. So I always try to like have some sort of front entryway, if it's just like a half wall or like one wall, like just so there's like a definition of the entryway. Like, yeah, that probably makes me really weird, but that's just how I feel about houses. Like when I go to buy my own house, like that's gonna be one of the biggest things. It needs to have like a separate entryway. But here I put a lot of pictures in this room. Looking back, it probably doesn't look the best because none of them really match, but I just thought that, you know, over the years their grandparents like collected these photos and wanted to show them off. Then I was gonna put a TV, and then I thought that it was probably unrealistic for like these people that have just moved in and like hung a flat screen and stuff, so I was putting it, and so then I kind of changed my mind and made it more like how the grandparents would have left it. So it's kind of like a sad story, I guess, if they just inherited this house from their grandparents, but I think it's just a really cute house and like kind of a cute storyline. Like they inherited this little tiny plot of land in the middle of the countryside, and it's this like super old period house, and yeah, so I thought that it was just a really cute idea. And like their kids are gonna now grow up in the country and stuff like that. I don't know, I really like it. And then these pictures I thought, because I believe they did come with Get Together, I thought they were, you know, like the family has been in Windeburg ever since Windeburg like became a city or a town, so they have all these like pictures of like it being built and like really old pictures of the family throughout the town and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. And I used the couch and the chairs from Discovery University because I just thought that they looked like, I really like those. They seem like a very realistic couch for like a classic interior style. But down here, yeah, so it's like the tile has kind of been updated, but like they still have the original bath and shower combo. So it's kind of like it's been updated, but like a really long time ago is kind of what I was going for. So it's not the original bathroom to the house, but it hasn't been updated for a good while. But now looking at it, you could probably easily fit laundry in this bathroom if you shuffled things around and maybe used a smaller vanity. But here I'm starting with the upstairs. I think I start with the kids. No, I start with the master room, yeah. But here I am just trying to pick out a wallpaper. I liked this one, but then I thought it looked too like 70s or too dark. So I was like, no, that's not really what I want to go for. So I changed it to like a nice white one in a bit. I think after I put all this wallpaper in. And then the wallpaper in the kids' rooms, it doesn't stay like this. It goes, I change it when I do the rooms to like what I think their personalities would be like. But yeah, I make the master bedroom have the same wallpaper as the hallway. And then I just pick out like a very basic, classic looking master suite style furniture. It's like very, very plain, and I kind of wanted it to be like that because I feel like the grandma or whoever was like super into this like classic clean look, and then now they just kind of have to deal with it until they get their own furniture and everything in here. But yeah, so it's just very, very plain, and this like brown and beige and gray color, but I think it looks really good. I really like those nightstands. I don't know where they came from, but I really like them. I use them quite a bit, more than I would think I would, because they're not usually my style, but I really like them. And then I just wanted a plain rug in there. And then here we're moving on to the upstairs bathroom. So up here I just used a shower because I didn't think there was enough room for another tub. But there is a tub downstairs for the toddler, so yeah. And I just used one of these like standing sink things. I don't know what they're called. And then just put some curtains in there. And then here I'm moving on to the kids' room. It's like a purple theme, so, but like I pictured they have a daughter who's a kid, but I mean like boys can like purple too, so whoever you want to have in here, that's totally okay. But yeah, we're just putting, I really liked the like the bedspread on this bed, so that's why I wanted to use it so bad. So, but I thought the double was just way too big for this little room. But then I just pick out a dresser. It's the same one as in the master bedroom, but I thought that it matched the wood the best, and that little butterfly painting is so cute. And I wanted to use that new one from Eco Lifestyle, but I thought it just didn't fit into this room very well. And I thought like the kids' rooms have the most personality in the house, because I thought even though like before they moved in, the grandparents would have had like rooms for the kids if they come to visit or something, so I just thought that that'd be kind of more realistic for them to already have a bit of personality in them. But I just went into Debug and pulled out some toys, and just some toys from the regular catalog, and I just kind of cluttered up the dresser with that. I don't think they're gonna put it away because I don't know if I actually put a toy box, so maybe they won't put them away, and that would be nice if they just stay there. But yeah, I'm just looking for a rug to use here. So it's a super basic and cute little girl's room. And then I think I'm just putting lights everywhere now, yeah. So I use these lights because I thought they probably wouldn't be the original lights to the house, but they look more classic than just this plain saucer lights that I was using. I always go around and like put those lights everywhere when I first start a build, just to like see what I'm doing. Oh, and I really wanted to use the new toddler bed, but I couldn't find a swatch that I liked for this like style of a kids room, because I feel like that one, it has to be a very specific style of kids room, and this I thought it would be more of a like a classic looking kids room, if that makes any sense. But I put like a changing table in here because I thought that's cute. I really like that little trick. And then some artwork and a little teddy from Cats and Dogs and some blinds. Yeah, just some like toddler toys and some pictures. It's just a very simple little cute toddler room. I'm really sad that I forgot a potty and a high chair, but you know, it happens. I'm sorry. And then I'm just putting some curtains around. Oh, and then I do a really cute like little reading nook at the landing of the stairs, and I thought it was really cute, and I used another one of those like old Windenburg pictures. And yeah, I think I'm going through and like, oh yeah, I do the back, and it's like, you'll notice that it's on a pretty small lot for the size of this house, so there's not really much of a backyard, but I thought with like the surroundings that you would have in this house, you don't really need for say like a big backyard. So I just put some planter boxes and stuff out there, and then you'll see me decide to delete that thing there. But that's pretty much it. We're pretty close to the screenshots now, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and the link to my gallery and everything is down below. So have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Been friends since 1995. Growing up, same street, you, me, my ride or die. All the years it would grow us apart, yeah. Moved away, but you're still in my heart, yeah. Call you up, how you been? Can we play a rewind? Yeah, those are the guys you choose. They don't care, no, like I do. I've been waiting on you. Oh, oh. I've been waiting on you for so long, and it's killing me to see you there with a broken heart. If you knew, I've been waiting on you. Oh, oh. Yeah, I've been waiting on coming like a wrecking ball, crying on me, saying how they make you feel so small. When the rain couldn't get any clearer, I'm the one holding up all your mirrors, baby. Hurry up, back to me, why'd you ever move on? Yeah, you're making me confused. I'm the one that you should choose. I've been waiting on